Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I know we are really extremely late to it, what we were supposed to on Twitch, but you know, what happens, what happens. But today we have a massive cast with us, and hopefully everybody enjoys. Next week we'll be on Anteiku Nation's live stream to give him some hype and love and support. It'll be just me, Knight, and Anteiku. Again, we'll talk about some interesting topics and, you know, the 9 yards, the fun. So, guys, without a moment to do, give it a sec. Say hello, everybody. Go for it.
Hello, hello.
Yo, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. When did we go to?
Hola, Guten Tag.
Hola, por favor.
Hola,
Good.
El gato en mis pantalones.
What he said.
So again, you know us as our original group and stuff like that. We've been part of this forever now, as you know. Anteiku Knight is kind of new to us, so again, it's very interesting to have Knight here, and really appreciated that he is part of the group. He brings a decent side of the coin that we don't really always have. So being able to bring that in really is appreciated. So next, let's introduce our new co-host at the moment, Mr. Light. So
What's up, guys?
So tell us a little bit about your backstory and everything like that. Let's get a good history.
Oh, me. Okay. How far back we're going?
You can go back to when you were in diapers if you like. I don't care.
Oh, okay. I was prematured by like 3 months, so. Okay, so I guess we'll start with like this Vanguard demo. I started playing Vanguard my summer of my freshman year, so that was 2013. I think
college or high school?
High school. So
okay.
I was like, I didn't Vanguard come out like 2012 in like English.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 2012, 2011, I don't remember. But I started when Asia Circuit just arrived in the US.
Okay, okay. That sounds like a decent trade-off.
But I didn't play Limit Break. I picked up a Limit Break deck, but I didn't actually play it. I actually picked up Overlords, was like the one that I like played. And being a high school student, freshman year, I don't have a job, I don't have money for this, so I'm just like, what am I doing at the time?
I'm trading this piece of bubble gum for your cardboard.
Seriously, I was like, when I first got to my first locals, I saw the perfect cards. I'm like, why are these $30?
They were expensive.
They were expensive. They were so expensive because they're so limited. And then like I was playing Overlords, and the end was already out, so I was like, I wanted to build the end, and I'm like, why is this like $50 a piece?
Oof, I remember
I should go back to Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually, ironically,
it was still cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh. Than Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, I was playing like when I played Yu-Gi-Oh, I had Stars Dragon, I had all this stuff like during that time period. So I think that time period was like.
It was during 5G or 5Ds rather.
Yeah, so like
the end of 5Ds going into Zexal.
Yeah, I didn't play Zexal. I was like, ooh, what is this? I'm done. I got 5Ds and I was done. I actually originally thought I lost my cards, but they're like. I thought I was like, yeah. All right, hold on. Let's introduce my my little boy here. Come, say hi, Grayson.
Aww.
Say hi.
Hi, Grayson. Hi, buddy.
He's drinking apple juice. You want to say hi?
Hi.
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 Orange juice, orange juice.
It's apple juice, silly.
Apple juice.
But this is my son. So yeah, I've been playing Vanguard since then, and I actually stopped the CCG 3 years ago.
Oh, Potatos Prime, thank you for the follow. As you guys can see, my lights flicker on and off now, so.
But yeah, so I stopped playing the TCG app right when the B series dropped, because I was like, you know what? Now I'm done.
I see.
Okay. The main reason was everybody like at my locals was playing Protect.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, because why not,
I was
right?
getting I was just getting very annoyed of like the constant PGs. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Free PGs, no
Because
go
OTT
anymore.
became like oppressive for a little bit.
So that's why I stopped with that. But then Zero came out. I'm like, okay, let's play Zero, and then I was like, it's the old. I'm like, okay, it's old version. That's fine with me. Yeah, and so I was actually happy that they didn't add the V series and gift, even though I feel like they should have. Overall, it's like just make it similar. If people were like, oh, let's jump over to TCG. Let's make it the same as a TCG, you know? Yeah, whatever.
Right.
That's fine. But no, they wanted nostalgia. I think they wanted nostalgia because they knew people quit. So, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's I've been streaming for about 2 years now. I stream Vanguard Zero. I stream Call of Duty, Valorant, Apex. After dinner.
Okay.
And
okay.
I stream workout videos, and I make you guys all feel fat because everyone works out. As Knight used to call it.
It's also really killer at jumping jacks.
Yeah, right. Jumping jacks. Push-ups.
So anybody that wants to go over to Mr. Lightstream, just hit jumping jacks 80,000 times. Just watch his video for a day, and just get ready to hit the jumping jacks buttons, guys. Hello, Maple
I
Syrup.
changed it now, so it's like you have to like put like 2,000 channel points in to give you 100.
Okay,
You
then
made it overdo it.
That's not a problem. We'll just braid you with a bunch of trolls that are just going to watch your channel just so they can spam jumping jacks.
Yeah, one day I think Yugo made me do like 400, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm changing it.
Yeah, that was your fault. You walked into that, buddy.
Death by exercise.
Nah, it's no such thing as death by exercise.
Yeah,
it's death by extra fries.
There absolutely is. What do you mean?
Oh, that's so cute.
It has happened.
Yeah. Who is this?
So, guys, next topic on the table. Let's have Anteiku take us off with it.
Ooh, I gotta look up the topics actually.
He is not on topic today.
I am not on topic today. You're just gonna like throw that at me. Let's see. Let me scroll through all our texts here.
Facts. Staying fit is as hard as getting ranked 1 in 0.
I'll repost it, Anteiku.
Boom. I got you. Will virtual card games possibly outlive physical card games? That's actually a really good question.
I think so, personally.
Yes.
I think so. I think
it's
so.
Cheaper, less barriers to entry. It's because most people outside of like impoverished countries, most people have some degree of access to either a computer that potentially can emulate Android apps or have smartphones.
Okay.
Also, like you can think about it. Like I think, especially with like COVID right now, it's harder you can go to a local. You're gonna do remote fights anyways. Might as well start switch everything over to digital.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cardfight Online, bring it back.
For real, right? Yes, please.
But hey,
but COVID. Go ahead, Avatar. Sorry, man.
So yeah, like with it, I still do think like it's kind of weird because again, a physical card, you kind of know what it feels like. You're gonna miss that feeling. I think digital cards are great because again, entry barrier, as Knight said, is just way much easier to get because now you don't have to spend probably as much as you would have to get this cardboard mailed, stamped, and then hope it doesn't come in bent. For Jesus Christ's sakes. Anybody that sells, you know what I mean. You put that shit in a top loader.
I would say that it has different barriers to entry though, particularly for like as I mentioned, the impoverished nations, but also like just lower class, like lower middle class, lower class individuals, socioeconomic status wise, might not necessarily have a smartphone, or they might share one with siblings.
I mean, that's true, and there are some drawbacks to having a digital card game because like you miss that in-person interaction and stuff like that's my biggest thing is it's always fun being able to interact with other people and see their expressions and laugh and cut up with them, so you do kind of miss that. But like I don't know, we are becoming more and more advanced in technology and keep going down that road of digital card games are becoming a fad. Like we saw with Shadowverse, Hearthstone being the biggest one of them all. Now Magic's becoming even bigger, and now we've got Yu-Gi-Oh and Vanguard in there too. So I mean, it just seems like it's becoming its own thing.
Yeah, I think again the digital aspect you can test more frequently than having to hope that a local friend or your friends are available. Again, you get the easiest of available now to play. Someone's always going to be online to play, paired to going to your local card shop and go like, can Joe Smo over here, is anybody playing this card game? Are you guys there? You know, hello, you know.
Yeah, because not all local support the card game you may be into. Like I'm at the beach. None of the beach stores actually support. They support Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, but outside of that, there's nothing.
Oh yeah. The blurbs are
it is easier to justify like an investment in like a smartphone to get into mobile card games more so than like dropping like $300 on a deck for a card game that your area might not even have like a frequent active participation.
Yeah, that's why personally I stopped. That's why I stopped with the TCG. Because like I only have deck right now I have is MLB and a Novell deck that my friend gave me for my birthday.
Right.
Hey. So that's the only reason I have that, and that's it.
Well, I mean, it is convenient to have a digital version. Like, I mean, being able to play Vanguard now, anytime, anywhere, is very convenient. Even though it may not be like the full-fledged official version of Vanguard, it is a version of Vanguard nonetheless.
It became the poop game. You gotta go take a poop. I got Vanguard.
I'm just saying, if you're not doing your pulls on the toilet, you're making mistakes.
Well, I can't stream that.
Yeah, I'm not saying to stream it, like.
But what do you think I do?
Oh my god.
Jesus, man.
You know what? That would be a very interesting stream. Just move your setup into the bathroom and just sit on a toilet the whole time.
They're on the porcelain throne.
Don't even tell them.
We're streaming in the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen.
Basically.
I might do that when I get my own house. Just make a streaming bathroom location.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you can put some lights in there. We can make that happen. You know, me and Knight will come over and we'll hook you up.
It's like a fake bathroom.
Pimp my bathroom.
That could be a stream episode. Pimp my bathroom. Ride my avatar.
But like the clincher is like none of the stuff actually works. Like no pipes are actually hooked up.
Yep.
Oh, we could set the thing up so when they press a button in a stream, his toilet flushes.
Yes! Yes. I can actually make it so that with the way I can set it up, the way I'm transitioning, I could make it like my whole webcam just flushes down the screen and then comes back up.
Get him a bidet.
I think we're a little too invested to this. Like, really too far invested.
It needs to happen.
It needs to happen now. Okay. We got this. We got it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jesus.
So yeah, but definitely like with Potatoes Prime was mentioning like people have proven that microtransaction business models is more successful and more profitable than buying packs. Wizard Coast is a great example of that with their arena. They're making so much money, more than they're doing on the cardboard, that they've slimmed down, if I remember, their product line on it because they just so much easier. And I know he mentioned also with D&D, digital is significantly more profitable than the hard copies now, which is factual because you buy digital, you kind of have it forever. Hard copy is going to either wipe away or get ruined over years. So, I mean...
Right.
I like, even with video games, let's take that into example. When was the last time you bought a physical disc compared to the digital copy?
When would Miles Morales come out?
That came out.
Only if it's a special collector's edition. Only if it's a special collector's edition. Otherwise, digital's fine.
Yeah, very much true. I'm not even joking.
But I mean, it's interesting that you mentioned microtransactions as an alternative to buying packs. It's a very interesting topic because it's one of the few instances where microtransactions are actually in favor of the consumer more so than just nickel and diming you in the gaming industry.
Well, again, if you really think about it, is card companies don't make money on the second resale. They're now making guaranteed money off the physical digital product that you're buying, because now it costs them nothing for you to spend $100 to open everything you want. Now you spend $100. Now it's permanently in your collection. Or if you're stupid enough and you break the rules, you lost it. Bye bye. But it's
also easier to balance as a live service.
Yeah. So if the polls issues or
but like most card shops, they have to pay a wholesaler for for the packs and that. So they just lose money because the shop could just charge more for packs.
Yeah, they could.
Yep. Not gonna lie, you could see it on Digimon right now with a limited run of the product. It had such a negative side effect. I'm not even joking. The negativity it had. Boxes that were originally just $80, now $125. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's too much of a surcharge on that.
Print?
Yeah.
Is short print on Digimon?
No, it was because they did a first run release, and now the second run releases January 28th, the day after my birthday. But without that.
Happy early birthday.
I know. I'm trying to debate on what I stream on my birthday.
Just do a torture challenge and you'll be fine.
I'm already doing a torture challenge with Kingdom Hearts. I'm doing it with no added equipment.
How's that torture? Oh,
it's true. He is.
No added. I don't change my equipments, and I'm playing Proud Mode. So I'm playing base Sora, no bonuses, nothing. So it's items I have to get my hands on to do so.
Oof.
And I'm just beat Halloween Town. Oogie Boogie was just a BS.
He's gonna be streaming from his bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. Just want you to know that.
Next thing you know, you're just gonna hear me screaming and shouting in the shower. Hey, Skylet, what's up? So let us have Knight take us off with topic number 3.
All right, so what do you guys think the effects on having knowledge of the meta 3 hexa set of what we're currently at in global, as well as the meta in global versus JP, differences in trends that we might see, and just general overall feelings on the matter?
I think being able to see 3 months ahead leads to some biasness. It leads to some unhealthy gaming, because certain people will believe that, okay, we see it in Japan, so this is the way that it has to be, which is a trend that we've seen in the actual TCG in the past, where it's okay, if Japan is doing it this way, then we got to do it that way. And I think that's just very unhealthy, because there's so many combos and different things that you can do to lend yourself into making a deck do different things. And Knight, we like to joke around now with the Ethics Buster and Perfect Razor. Yes, I'm dropping that because it's a thing. I mean, hell, me and one of my friends on Instagram that follows me on my channel, Zero, he come up with this Chain Blast Dauntless deck, and I'd be damn if it didn't actually work, because I was struggling.
I tried to help somebody with that too, by the way.
It's not a bad deck.
No. It's a lot better than Chain Blast Weathercloth, which was not what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm trying to test to get DDD Cray Elemental going.
I'm all for that. I would pay money to see that.
It's all vanilla, but it plays like the only expensive card is DDD.
Dauntless,
and that's it. That's all you play. The rest of the cards are straight up Cray Elementals or vanillas, and that's it. And the starter is basically the grade 3 searcher, so you can just grab a card to discard later if you need it.
Oh my god. That's
but
awesome.
I think he raises an interesting point, is that it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy and a vicious cycle. It's oh, if we don't see it in JP, it must be trash. But it's that's a confirmation bias, right?
Yeah.
It sort of predisposes you or primes you to just write off things without doing proper analysis and testing. And you can get a pretty good amount of information just from looking at a deck list, but nothing will beat just testing it, just testing it out in ranked, seeing or competitive settings, whatever. just to see how it actually stacks up. Because when it comes to making decisions, you have to have data.
Right.
Cold hard numbers in order to make educated decisions about decks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, on the flip side, though, it also gives you an idea of what maybe you want to look forward to actually work towards. So, I mean, there is that. By knowing 3 sets ahead what's coming out, you can say, okay, like for me, for instance, I'm grinding hard on Dimensional Police because I know 3 months from now, Daikaiser's coming out. So it's like, okay, I can prepare for this. I know that this card's coming out then. So that's the flip side and the good of it is knowing what's coming out. We can prepare. Where Japan, they don't know until like what, 2 weeks prior, or not even that. I don't think.
No, they learn like a week and a half in advance. That's about it.
Yeah, so like they have no freaking clue. I mean, but then again, it's still kind of modeled after the original releases and the TCG in some instances. Like there are certain clans that are still getting released. Like Revengers, they got released in set 12. So that was a given. But then you look at set 13, Novelle's in 13. It's like, what? You put Novelle already? Like we're doing that? So
well,
yeah,
you got to take into account that there are points where they are trying to speed it up so they get to Legion, and then the game will either hit a stagnant point, or they're going to have to create cards specifically for this game, or because they can't go to standard. They really can't. This game would die in standard.
You don't think that they'll go to like G era? Like we'll see.
Well, they'll go to G era.
Stride and stuff.
They'll go to G era, but they won't go to standard.
No.
They would have to create a completely new game algorithm for standard.
Yeah, the gift markers would just be too much.
Mm-hmm. You're basically playing premium on your phone.
Yeah.
And that's already power creep enough. Because especially if someone new joins in, oh shoot, they're gonna be so behind with all the other sets.
Yeah, especially what the fact of the matter is, we're gonna hit G, and G's just way too powerful in itself. Mm-hmm. But again, even Legion creates this mentality of you're gonna deny your opponent until you get first grade 3.
True.
Then that's the mindset that's gonna go right into G era, unless they print Seabreeze immediately and give it to everybody. Everybody gets Seabreeze, and that's the only way you're gonna prevent it from continuing. Or they're gonna just make it so the rule is you can stride even if your opponent's at grade 2 if they try to deny you the turn.
Or what if they change it the way you both have to be grade 3? Like, what if they change that and like make that a prerequisite that both players have to be at 3 before you can stride? And that way they're not trying to. That's
what the issue is.
Yeah.
People will sit on grade 2 until you go to grade 3.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
They want to take stride first.
The new version of like damage denying.
Yeah. That's what happened with regular card fighting. Was once Legion hit and G era, it was straight up.
You just sat on that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, because they would like grade 2 rush you and just sit there, like, and then you couldn't do anything because your deck was just vanilla.
Yep.
But I think that Zero kind of has the natural safeguard against that, though, because of a finite amount of grade 2s, limited, like, we have a smaller pool of functional grade 2 resources, unless you're playing something like Murakumo. But outside of like that one specific instance, most decks can't afford to just sit on grade 2 forever, because there's no guarantee you'll keep drawing grade 2s, and even if you do, you'll run out, and when you run out of intercepts, then they can just damage rush you, even if you've got like 1 or 2 PGs in hand.
True. I mean, and then there's also the question, if we did go to G, like, how would you... And I think Avatar, I think me and you've talked about that before, is like, how would they do the G Guardians? Like, I don't know, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, but it is the questions that is going to be, everybody's going to be asking, because we already know we're getting Legion, so it's like, what comes after Legion? Where does Zero go from there? I mean, surely they're not just going to like...
Probably most everybody's hated format. Either loved or hated, you take your poison. Like, at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to, is you pick your poison.
Either you loved or you hated G era.
Yep, there's no real big differences.
I love G era. Blasters. Once Blasters came out, I was like, yes, let's go. I don't know how I told any, like, I told Mimi Knight this, but I'm SP'd my Blaster deck. Like, full on SP'd that thing. The amount of SPs I had to search for. It's hard.
Yeah, like even with me right now playing the physical card game, I haven't actually bought any physical card for Vanguard in a little bit because Overdress coming out and everything like that. I'm just like, I'm skeptical. Like at this point, the power crept is either too broken or they're gonna have to rotate again, and I'm like, I don't want to buy new PGs, new everything just to play my deck again.
Yep. I get
Right.
that.
Because they're kind of rebooting it because they're calling it like Vanguard 2.0 from what I keep seeing on Twitter.
We will find out at Tuesday.
Yeah, with overdressed and everything, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I really am gonna hate if they do that because again, it just means all your card stock just gets plummeted. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Which
got
they did.
premium, but then
Premium's not gonna do much.
Premium's going to be cancer.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's actually quite healthy. It's actually the most
Really?
healthiest thing in the world right now. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's actually the healthiest format because every deck is broken.
Well, they had Gurgit, and it's like, what is it, 9 attack Gurgit in standard right now or something, and they had to nerf it. What was that whole
Wow.
thing? Like, they had to, you had to either pick 4 of Gurgit or 4 of Percival, and you can't do both anymore, right?
Oh, I would love the main character, main Bermuda Triangle. Let's go! Overdress, Bermuda
I'm still rooting
Triangle
for that.
mains.
What wasn't it
I'm
with
still
Vanguard
rooting for
if,
DP to be main character, Clam.
She mained Royal Paladin the whole time. I'm upset.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
she,
and,
Yeah.
but didn't she play it freaking Bermudas in the original series?
Yep, she was
Yep.
summoning Blaster Blade. No Bermuda unit was summoned, like, unless I think it was Anj once.
What
Yep.
the living heck?
Yeah, it was really weird. Really, really weird.
Yep.
I didn't watch If, that's why.
I would like to
I
bring
mean-
back to circle one back to the knowing stuff ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I mean, the trends in JP aren't necessarily indicative of what's going to happen in terms of the meta. Because like when Azel dropped, everybody said Azel's okay, but he's not going to really be that tier
Don't say-
1 until fucking whatchamacallit?
But Platinum.
Platina. So like everybody went into, or I went into the ladder thinking, oh, I guess we're not going to really see any gold paladins. Every other deck I ran into in that season was Azel. Like,
It's
talking-
funny.
okay.
Because golds were so easy.
No, go ahead.
And I was just gonna wrap up with like the crit Azel builds you would see, like 9 stands or 9 crit Azel. Those were so predominant, and nobody expected that. They expected still to be MLB, Shadows, a couple tier 2 decks from old stuff, and Dope. Like that was what the ladder was expected to be. Maybe some new stuff like Azel, but no, I went into it not expecting to see nearly as many Azel decks, and the early advent of Azel is just evidence that Global doesn't necessarily repeat the same trends in meta.
GP.
Let me ask you this though: how do you feel about decks that don't need Break Ride? Like, how do you feel those compete with Break Ride decks? Do you feel like they
you
have an
clicked
edge,
earlier.
or maybe they don't have an edge?
I think it depends on how explosively you shift gears. Like if they give you limit break, I think you have once they ride a break ride unit, you are on a clock to finish the game, because you either need to whittle their resources away to the point where their break ride won't matter, or you need to just go all in because you have no hope of winning otherwise. So it's kind of a contextual thing, because certain decks would obviously be better against break ride decks. I'm trying to think of, like, Azel can still compete against break ride decks really well.
Right, or MLB, for instance. I throw those two out there because they're still very strong decks in their own rights for what they do.
Yeah, MLB countered most limit breaks until the new PGs came out.
Well, no, MLB just
because
straight up until it got nerfed.
it was abusive.
Was
abusive.
when it started seeing
Was
the dig
abusive?
down.
Oh yeah, it was still abusive, but I mean, like, even after the nerf, it still would counter most limit breaks because of the fact that the PGs activated when you were on 3 damage. So you just wouldn't have
Yeah.
limit break if you didn't run self damager or didn't have a self damager.
Right. That was about the time when I dipped out for a while on that Hades, because all I saw was MLB. Like, I got salty because of my Bulls, but like all I was seeing was freaking like MLBs all over the place. I'm just like, this, I don't want to play in this meta. Like there was no reason for me to want to play rank when all I'm seeing is Majesty Lord. I'm like, no. That's cancerous.
Every other deck, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it really harkens back to kind of like what you guys were saying, like where do we go after they're caught up to where the original anime ended. And I genuinely think they're going to shift to like a live service balancing thing in addition to like maybe releasing like original cards. But for the most part, they'll probably be focused on live balancing more so than maybe you would see in another live service card game.
Well, some people like to say that like I forget who said that like Zero would never catch up to the actual TCG, and like I kind of like really? I mean, we're only a year into the game. We're already all halfway through Break Ride. Like we're already seeing Legion's going to be coming up. I mean, by the time there's an anniversary for us here in Global, we're going to be pretty much getting ready to touch into Legion. So like you can't say that it's not. I mean, that's that's almost 2 years worth of content in a year's time.
Yep.
True.
You can't say that it would never touch, you know, the actual TCG. But it just raises the question: where does it go? Where does it go?
See, what they could do, and what will possibly, if they decide to, instead of doing monthly releases, they split it up into 2 months releases once G era hits. Then that would probably slow the game down to being manageable for a lot of people, because then people don't have to drop. The game would instantly become free to play, to be honest with you, because the fact of the matter is you'll get 200 packs by the time mathematically
your set comes out.
Yep.
But then that,
I mean, even more so than that too. Go ahead, Knight. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. I've been talking.
I was just going to say even more so than that, because if you're only playing a specific clan and your clan only gets support every so often, dude, you can just stockpile. You would probably have like 500 packs before like your stuff came out, depending on what clan you played. Now, if you're playing Gears, you're going to be getting support every freaking set almost. But anyway, go ahead, Knight. What you were saying?
I was going to say, but then that begs the question of at what point do they have to reduce the amount of stuff they give us, because they have to make a profit to keep this game running, right? So like there is a line that they have to draw in terms of, and I'm like the furthest thing from like a corporate hack that I would ever advocate on behalf of a corporation, but like there is a point where a company has to make money in order to keep a game going, especially one that's a live service game. So like where's the line? Because like I do agree that if they switched it to like every 2 months, I think that the game would allow them to balance things in a more active capacity, but on the same token, it would give people more time to farm stuff, to get materials, to craft and drop packs without spending money. So it's like where there needs to be like a balance, right?
Well, I think it would make rank fight more interesting, because then maybe we would have longer rank fight seasons. Like maybe we go to like Hearthstone territory, where it's like, okay, you got the whole month to grind out what you need. Maybe at that point, I mean, it would kind of feel bad, because it is nice every 2 weeks we get to look forward to new rewards, these new alternate arts and stuff like that. So like then it kind of feels bad, because then you're not getting as many of those in the game. But I mean, there's a lot of different things that they could do to it though, to improve it and make it better. And I don't know. It really depends on what they decide to do. I mean, we're already seeing like with the new gacha systems, like that SP reverse thing that they're doing in set 14. I'm a huge fan, because like for people who don't have some of the older stuff, now this gives you a way to get cards that you need. We've touched on that before. I just think that's a really good system, and at least it shows that they're listening to the player base, and they're trying to come up with other ways to help people get the stuff that they need. And also those, what was it, the deck gachas, is that what they call it? Where you can pull like from robos or something like that. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. That's all I know. Like I think we're all kind of eagerly waiting to see what's going to happen.
I would say that them switching to like a monthly rank season comes with like unexpected problems, like the unhealthy habits people develop to stay in the top 1K or like the top 10. So
that is true.
There's a lot of unhealthy trends I've noticed, and like, yeah, we're quick to just be like, yeah, you do what you got to do, but at the same time, like, it's not a sustainable thing for a long-term behavioral pattern. No. And like I say that both as like a clinician, like a therapeutic, like a therapist, but on the same token, like I say that as like a gamer, it's just like you can't just not sleep or sleep like 2 hours a night for an entire month and have no side effects. Like that's just not. That's just not.
It's not healthy.
Yeah.
No, but it probably would also start draining people to not climb as high because they're just getting too burnt out from the fact of the matter of, hey, we are playing this just to keep up, and reaching this 100 is just ridiculous, and keeping up with it, because now it gives people that, let's say you or me, that can't invest all the time, or even let's take Mr. Light for example. He has a family, stuff like that. He can't invest to climb the ladder, but now you give him a month or a little bit longer, it does help out. But again, we also know that it does get boring when it comes down to it. Didn't we have that like with Blaster Blade and Dragonic Overlord? It was like almost a full month of them.
Yeah, the first month of release.
Yeah, actually, I didn't understand because I just started playing Zero when Blaster Blade came out, so I didn't grind as hard. I'm like, I got to like 13. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is fine. This is all I need. But I probably could have like gone more farther in if I really thought about it. Because I pulled 4 blockades, and I was like, oh, I can just wreck people with blockades, because Overlord was just meta during set 1. Because just having blockades and Overlord, you're like, you're good. You win games there.
Yeah.
Truth.
But I enjoyed the month-long one. I kind of wish there was about a month, but like, I don't know. That's how I personally felt.
So basically, it boils down to: are people going to get hospitalized, or are they going to adhere to a social contract? That's what I'm getting.
I think the hospitalized will happen first, because people are either shut-ins or cave-ins, and they just live at home in their mommy's basements.
Okay, but let me ask you this: what's the whole point of even getting all the way up to the top, like 10? Like, what is really the significant pleasure of getting that high?
Flex, mostly.
Flex. It's purely a flex. Like, you don't really get anything out of it.
No, you don't. Like, that's part of the problem, is that, like, outside of getting your place out of your alternate art cards, which does not require you to be in the top whatever, like, ah, damn it, it's in my desk. I just don't know, man. Like, there needs to be more incentive. Well, like, that's something that they're gonna have to do.
Tournaments. They need to start posting actual tournaments again.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that like Shiro Yasha in his own server was actually trying to push for, was them to start hosting whatchamacallit,
the
Summerfest and whatnot.
Yeah,
the seasonal fest.
We did it once, and then they threw it out the freaking window for some reason.
Well, there's a couple reasons. I'm not sure that's like something we should bring up over like the reasons why I think we've only gotten one. It's more had to do with the organizers, but Shiro is in the works of trying to get us another festival tournament, and I think if that was more tied closely into ladder, and they do those more periodically and in higher frequency, I think that we would see a more competitive ladder, more so than just purely for the flex.
Yeah.
Right. I can see that.
PVG had a staff cut, so they couldn't keep up with the global territory. Oh, okay.
Then they should give up the
the rights. Yeah, PVG really holds way too much throttle if they're willing to cut their staff just to do this.
Yeah.
Like, even with like the reality of like the pandemic aside, if they're not equipped to handle it and there's a high demand in the global market, you can't just hold on to that for pure greed's sake.
Yeah.
When there's alternative people working to try and get it. If it's purely financial for you and there's no heart in it, then you're just being selfish.
Yeah, that's why I haven't really done much on, like, that's why I refuse to climb ladder. I'm like, why should I bother try to get to the top whatever just so I can just get some sparkly SPs and bragging rights for a month? And
because not even a month, just like for like
half a month. 15 days.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. It's the problem. It just doesn't matter.
I mean, it just feels like a chore, and honestly, I respect people and everything like that, but I have a wife at home. I cannot.
Well, yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
I forgot. Didn't you guys just like recently get married? I feel like
yes.
You guys have recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year, or what was it? Back in.
You don't remember?
Oh no!
No,
It's
it
been
was
a long year.
This is how he dies. This is how
COVID's
dies.
just been eating up my time in my head. So
We edit this out of the video.
Yeah,
this never
yeah.
goes
We
beyond here.
my wife
Boy,
doesn't
just-
look at it. My wife doesn't listen.
We can't let him tell on himself like
No,
that.
the wife doesn't enjoy it. That's why.
We fine. We Gucci boys. I need a new chair. Mine's breaking. That's up.
Hey, how does chat like my chair?
I mean, the chair stream is very interesting. I mean, he has a lot to
I
say.
see like 15 people calling you a rip-off of different fights, so...
Oh no, I'm getting that a lot, dude.
What do you mean?
Dude, that I'm friends with. No, the guy I'm friends with on Instagram. Me and him were talking. He's over in Indonesia, and he was like, "Hey, Ant." I'm like, "Yeah, man, what's going on?" He was like, "I heard somebody mention your channel name the other day," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, They were talking like mad trash, man. He was like, they were saying you're trying to be like different fight, and they were like, you're just a roughneck redneck from like the States or something like that, and that you talk trash.
You're a New Yorker or something, right?
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, first of all, I ain't talk trash about like nobody. I mean, I'm like, I welcome everybody. I'm like, and then they was like saying stuff like I'm a racist. I'm like, wait a minute, if I was racist, me and you wouldn't be having this conversation right now. And like he started laughing, and I was just like, you know what? I said, it's cool. I was like, it may be bad publicity. I said, but at least for some reason they care enough to watch my stuff to talk crap about me. I said, so publicity is publicity nonetheless.
I mean,
But,
I'm known I've been told that I'm like the worst content creator / streamer in history. So whatever.
That can't
crazy.
be true. I
That can't be
can
true.
three worse than you.
Yeah, one of them's Knight.
Yeah, true. I'm at the top of that list.
Only ever problem I ever had with anybody is if people like start being very spammy about things. Like that's really it. Overall, like okay, like if you make content, cool. Like it's not an issue to me. Make your content, love what you do. Just don't spam the heck out of it.
You mean like
All right,
when I
let's
make a video every like 5 hours?
I like your content, so that's why.
Huh?
All right, so let's see what we got. Number 4 still up for bat, right?
Yep, last one, and that is Mr. Light will be doing that one if his chair wants to be such a gracious host and let us know what that subject is.
Okay, I'm back.
Call down.
Alright. I gotta go scroll up again because I forgot.
Really? This is why we're not a professional podcast channel. Sorry, guys.
We talk a lot, okay? Okay, there.
Having flashbacks.
To mine. Alright. Okay, the way you wrote this, Ride, I don't know how to actually like say this out loud.
That's okay. It's like
Okay, so
Hey,
like
this
okay,
is Kyle
so
Nees. Sorry, this is my wording. So
I was just like, what? Yeah, when I wrote it the first time, I'm like, what did he just write? But I guess like, okay, so how do you guys make yourselves like make your chat feel immersed into your content, and like how do you make them feel like they're a part of your stream, and how do you want them to stick around? All right, so Anteiku, you want to go first?
Well, my whole motto and the stick behind my channel was always to make it be a family-oriented thing, to make it a big community, a safe haven for people, because I wanted people to just kind of like chill, man, come and just kind of be who you are. I mean, I don't care what walk of life you are, what kind of personality you have. Cypher, if you're watching this, you see this, you know who you are.
I will find you. I will kill you. And
Cypher is I love Cypher because he's just so dark and edgy compared to like most other people. And then there's Knight, It's just like, I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion, brutally, honestly, and like I'm gonna just tell you how it is. But like, it's just really cool because I like chilling with people. Like, I don't have a unique stick of how I'm gonna make people feel unique, or to come and stay on my stream. Like, you talk to me like you're important, and I like to keep everybody close to the chest, and like it's so cool to be such a small community that we can all joke and get to know each other. And yeah, I just kind of like wanted to be like family oriented, like it's not just my channel, it's your channel, like it's your home, it's not just my home. That was always my thing, and I'm hoping that still resonates. I hope that that's how people feel when they're on my channel. But yeah, that's what I think or feel about it. What about you, Knight?
I just kind of scream on camera and people react, like that resonates with people for some reason.
You cuss a lot too. Nice, like fuck this.
Yeah,
Like-
Knight drops an F-bomb every like 10 times. So is Wolf. Like Wolf. drops an
Knight
F-bomb.
will
I
throw
think-
his phone one of these days. I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
it. It's going
No,
to
that's
end up.
already happened. That already happened today.
Oh no.
I've only recently gotten comfortable cussing on stream because I just feel like it's more natural, because it's like me trying not to cuss just feels like I'm not really being myself, because everybody I think cusses for the most part. If it turns people off, I do apologize. It's like not my intention, but I can make a funnier joke cussing than I can trying to be PG-13 about it. I'm just saying.
So
What
how
about
do
you, Light?
Yeah, let's hear it.
How do I get my people remove my content? I make them kill me, literally.
That's true.
And don't forget, exploit your kid for cuteness factor.
Yeah, he shows off his kid in the camera and go like adorables.
Basically.
I got a
give
clip full
give
of
my dad all your money with the subs.
I got a clip full of
Just
jumping
train him to
jacks
do
with
that.
your name on it, like.
That's true. That's true. If me and my son were doing jumping jacks, actually, it's in my channel trailer. If you guys go to my channel, it's there. But no, like, but really, like, I make channel points so that people interact with my stream. Like, they'll make me do random things. Like, I do knife only during a match in Call of Duty, and I'm like, oh shoot, this is gonna suck, because I'm playing hardcore. So as soon as I get shot, I'm dead. So, and then like, when I play like any other shooter, I just you guys can make me do like random crap. There's pistol only, shotguns only, run around a knife, don't use abilities, drop something, make me do push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks. I've yet to make you guys do a mile run, which that's never gonna happen.
Sounds like your community just wants to tank your KD and shooters.
That's fine. Literally, it's okay.
I think. Do you get a good pull when it comes down to your COD nights? Like, what's your normal viewage on those nights?
Depends how late I'm up, and depends like if I start early enough. Yeah, it depends how, like, if I start like at like 8, I could see a better viewage. But if I start later, like 9:30, 10 at night, because that's usually like some like stuff like when I try to get him, like my son to bed, like sometimes he won't go to bed right away. So I'm just doing like I'll have to leave. So I just got to the point where, okay, as soon as he's in bed, then I'll get on. Because if I start earlier and he's not in bed, it's just gonna go him back and forth. Like I'll get up and go back, get up and go back, and it's just that's worse than just not being live right on time. Personally, so I was like, okay, so if I start early enough, I'll probably get like around 5, 6, 7 views on average, and then if I later, it's probably like 2, 3, which I'm not surprised because it's late at night. Everyone's gonna be sleeping.
Yeah.
So I'm not like surprised if I have low viewage during, like, especially with like shooter games. I'm not surprised at all. Like it's gonna happen, and that's happening with streaming. It's it really depends if like with streaming, like especially shooter games, it's if you're interactive, if you're good, or if you're like in just like timing of it, if you get the right timing right. If you're gonna stream with there's gonna be a bunch of pro players or big streamers playing it, don't even bother. That's why I personally find. Don't even bother, because all those users can go to them, which just makes sense.
Yeah.
So, no one really streams
it's hard
at night like I do, so.
It's hard to break into like bigger communities, man. Like for instance, I've tried with Monster Hunter, I've tried with Warframe. I mean, even tried with Dauntless, and it's really difficult, crazy enough to get people to come from a different community and watch you when you're such a small fish in a big big freaking pond, especially, you know, on Twitch, because you're way down there at the list and then everybody's up there. But then at the same time, you get those unique viewers that are very loyal to you because they picked you out of all of those people. And
which we always love our viewers, those viewers that always constantly come back, and you know they're going to show up. That's where you give them the mod privileges or the VIP privileges and stuff like that. Going like, hey, this is your special reward. You get this special feature. Come enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, I give you for instance, when I did Monster Hunter before I met all of you guys and I was doing Vanguard, when I was doing Monster Hunter, had one dude, Negative Enigma or something like that, and me and him still keep in touch on Twitter. He was the one person always came to my stream, always sat there and chilled with me and talked with me. Didn't matter what in the world, how bad I played, he was always there. So like when it came time and I was giving out my reward for meeting so many subs on YouTube, like I made a point just to go ahead and pass part of the rewards on to him, because I'm like, you know what, dude, you were always there from the beginning, and you're a part of the reason why I'm even still doing this. And so like I wanted to give that back to him, because it's just like you said, it's those unique people, those individuals that stick with you. Not that any other viewer is not important, because they all are, but it's like you do get some loyalists like that stick with you even in the worst of times.
I mean, I'm proud of Yugo. Yugo has been like kind of, after he met me through, what was his name? True Champ's stream. Like, he's followed me since, and I've given him mod privilege, and I've given him a few other things. Like I'm just gonna keep continuing paying for his gift sub so he has access to the emotes for a while. So, you know, because he's an amazing bot slayer. He's an amazing person. He just hangs out, and he's always here, and he's always encouraging, or he's always poking the right buttons, and you know, it's always fun to have him around. So like that's where he's gonna be. Like I always appreciate all my viewers and people. I'm really bad at Discord management, so don't mind me. My management at Discord, you can light me a fire underneath there, and I'll probably not be able to handle that. But like,
dude, you do leaps and bounds better than what I do. What are you talking about, dude? You're like a freaking Discord god compared to me. I'm like over here trying to struggle to keep mine afloat. So
what do you mean?
My most active channel is my YouTube promotion.
To be honest with you, most people are. I gotta say, I had like the best Discord like people, because for some reason, like Rarity, I mean, for like multiple questions, but there's always like Yugo. There's all these other people that are willing to help and modify people's deck, and it's always a warming feel that, you know, hey, that's just how it is. Like, people really do put out a lot of work and help support me, and I really do appreciate that at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have the support I do, and I have an amazing community. I might not have a strong community like anybody else's, like, you know, Different Fight or, you know, Living Proof or anybody like that. If you go in their Discords, oh my god, almost every channel will probably be lit up and somebody's chatting about something. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm fine with that. I do appreciate everybody.
Totally agree with that.
But
absolutely, to
answer that fourth question of what I do for entertainment wise to keep my people entertained, I don't really have much to offer right now, and that's fine. But I started now taking the steps to learn what it's going to be. Like, I just integrated lights where you can hit exclamation, one of the rainbow of the colors, and guess what? It'll show up on my lights in the back here, which is really nice, which I want people to be entertained and be able to go like, hey, I followed, or I hit host or something like that, and something crazy happens with my lights. I think it's a great interactive way where I can do things, and if you hit exclamation color, yeah, you can change the colors and enjoy. And like, eventually I'm going to add other features, like maybe I might put in where you guys with your channel points get to punch me in the face, because why not? Let's go for it. Let's be wild. Let's be crazy. Punch me in the face. Maybe Thug Life or something like that. Something interesting and unique that I can bring to the table so you guys can just have fun. As you can see, everybody now having a blast after I just mentioned that you guys can change color on a whim.
So like I kind of feel bad because everybody actually gave like an actual answer, and like that, like mine's very simplistic, but like to be more serious in response to the question, I do try to respond to every like comment I see on my stream, and I try to ask follow-up questions using some of the skills I learned in grad school for being like a therapist, facilitation skills like asking probing questions, follow-up questions, and trying to just keep people engaged and have the conversation continue.
Yeah.
And I feel that some people that resonates with, some people don't. Some people more just like to watch me get tilted and then just go ballistic eventually. But I think
that's
everybody.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like watching someone's? You can just like, I kind of want to just get like a blood pressure cuff and just have it just have like a widget on my phone just pop up in the corner and just measure my blood pressure as I do ranked.
That needs to be like right up on stream. I want to see your blood pressure.
It's probably going to be like freaking.
Do you want to know my blood pressure? Today we start at 2.4.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
that's awesome.
I do enjoy like being like interactive, like because I'm a very introverted person. So if I'm just playing on ranked and not talking to people, it just isn't as fun to me. Like I like it to be like a community, collective effort of just having fun and just messing around. Because if the more you take something serious, the more likely you are to not enjoy doing it.
Absolutely.
Outside,
I was like, I told you that. Go ahead, Knight. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna wrap up and say, just outside of like the basic like level of like, I would say conditional professionalism, but.
But again, you'll get there, Knight, where you're gonna get to a point where, like, to me, I don't feel like I need to be like I can't talk and keep people entertained. I know that for a fact. I am not the most interesting leaf in the tree. Okay, I am like probably the brown leaf that's about to fall off eventually, and everybody's gonna just push me to the wayside. Like that's how I've always seen it. But like I'm trying to get out of my shell, and I'm going to hopefully let people enjoy the lights. Like try to. Like, I can never be a Juan Mango. I will never be a Juan Mango, to be honest with you. I can't. I'm not a showman like him. I can't be that. And I know that. But I can be funny with my stream and let you guys have fun. Like, I want that. And I feel like, Knight, like you'll find your niche where you're going to find some interaction that you want to put into your stream or something like that. And it takes time. Like Anteiku now has lights in his stream. I mean, like I wouldn't, and we have Mr. Light that brings his kid on the stream just for funds. But again, it's all. Someone suggested Knight should dress cosplay as the doctor.
Like the Dead by Daylight character, or.
Oh my god! Yes!
That would be terrifying and awesome. Oh my god, what if I rig like a shock sensor every time I like screw up in Vanguard and just
oh my god! Yeah! Oh my god!
This needs a little shock therapy. That needs to happen.
Honestly,
that was something interesting though, because you mentioned about Juan, Kyle. Juan does a really awesome job. Like Juan is my secret hero. I love Juan. He's freaking funny as hell. And I don't know. I was thinking something like the other day, man, because we're talking about how do you like interact with your viewers, and I was thinking of doing something with a coffee shop thing for mine, because in Tokyo Ghoul Anteiku was a coffee shop. I'm like, I was thinking of doing something like maybe I have like the coffee shop. Like after you've gone to the club, after you've had your mango juice, you can come to Anteiku. Let Papa Anteiku take care of you, and just have like a little coffee setup. I don't know. It's something I'm toying with. But I think it's just fun to kind of like invent yourself and be able to. I mean, not rip, but take ideas and like just like play off of that. Like,
them, right? Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I think it's cool because like it's different, especially what Juan is doing is very different than what I think
Mons is
I
cool.
expected-
Like his green screen and everything. It's just he
Yeah.
has it so set up where he just can walk. Like he'll walk in. And I'm just like, how do you green like? He has an angle like green screen somewhere.
He
His-
uses dual camera, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Or he literally has an arm, and I think he just pulls his camera an inch to the left, and then he makes it look like he walks onto his green screen.
Okay.
That and like he's just got those different scenes. Like you can do on your phone,
That's
you
so
can
many
actually do a
scenes.
Streamlabs. Yeah, it's a lot of scenes, but you could do it on your phone, dude. Like I've got it on mine where you just click the little icon and then it transitions you into the next scene. But it is cool. It is cool how he has done what he has done. So if anybody who is watching this hasn't checked out our boy Juan Mango, 64,
Someone type in shout out Juan Mango so his link shows up.
please go give him some love because he is a father to us. Juan is awesome. Juan is awesome.
Oh, I forgot to hit shout out. I typed everything else, but not shout out. There we go. Oh
There we
well,
go.
you know what? It don't want to work for me.
You gotta type it exact or else it goes nabra.
Exact.
It's so-
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like
So fair.
I would love to be able to type Anteiku if you hit exclamation SO and then your name so your link shows up so people can actually come. You guys can each do your own shout out real quick so that you guys can people go check them out. I feel bad because you guys should be checking out our co-hosts and everything like that as well.
So he says exclamation mark
I got
SO.
you.
Okay. There we
Gotta
go.
put a space there. The night.
Oh,
It didn't work.
Because
Oh,
it didn't
there's a
space it.
space.
Yeah.
okay. So it's exclamation mark.
I got it.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
Okay, my name was. Okay, you know what? That's absurd.
There we go. What is that
Mr.
one?
What is that?
What?
Oh, you're double T. Got it.
Yeah, I'm double T. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yours has a space between Anteiku and Nation. Got
Yeah,
it.
you gotta make sure.
Yeah.
That was a glorious image, but that wasn't Mr. Light.
I'm like, nope, it was not me. It's there's the other guy that
There we
I
go.
kind of get his stream from.
And it still didn't work.
Boy,
Okay.
I think my other.
So apparently, according to this, you don't exist.
Anteiku, just type something.
I think
Type. Don't hear.
hi.
Okay, because it's one word.
What? What?
It's one word.
Autocorrect.
Night can't do anything.
I hate
There
my
you go,
life.
I think you have it set up so not everybody can do it, right?
Oh,
me
that
see.
might be an admin. I don't know. Thank you. Might be an admin thing.
Probably.
Hmm.
Sorry, the Nightbot is a little picky on who likes it.
Yeah, Nightbot's
There we
pretty-
go.
pretty
Go.
cheap.
So point number 5 is us struggling to make Nightbot do what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
What
because
is real?
Is Anteiku really at Anteiku?
Is it?
Yeah, apparently
No,
it's
it could be
at.
anything.
But
It
What?
seems like it.
yeah, I really do think that I won't say
Nightbot's a butt.
I really want to bring the streaming community together like I've always have. This is why the podcast is what it's here for, is just to show the community who everybody is, and that's the goal. Like, I'm doing this just to help me out, but I'm helping you guys out as well because I love having you guys here. You're great co-hosts. You're all a blast to have. You all bringing amazing insights and opinions. I mean, I might throw things at you guys, but it's always fun to have you guys around.
Mhm.
I feel the same.
Yeah, I enjoy being on talking to you guys. You guys make everything enjoyable, even though I probably really didn't say much just this podcast.
Your chair said a lot for you.
Yeah, my chair said a lot for me. Wife's like, "Can you make me popcorn?" I'm like, "Really?"
The bigger question now is how do we unite all the streamers, because we're getting a lot of more unique individual streamers that are popping up. I keep seeing, like, I'll poke my head on here at night and see who's streaming. Like, I see new people that I'm like, I've never seen that person before. And I was thinking I wish we could come up with a way to make some kind of like big streamer tournament type thing or something where we could all get together.
Oh, like Edward from like the Vanguardian Facebook page, he hosted a content creator tournament. Or I think it was one, I can't remember. I think it was Edward.
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, hit that trust hat.
That was a small amount of people though. That was only like 16 people or something.
I haven't seen a content creator one in a while. Like I remember what's his name? Remember when it was
Edward, right?
Daddy, I just see.
Not Winning Image, the
Was it different fight? Because
No,
I remember him
it-
saying something
no.
about a content
Was
creator.
it the Cardfight Vision? Was it
yeah,
the Vision
the
tournament?
Vision content creator events. They haven't done one in ages, which is
Yeah,
upsetting.
like it was like King of like
It was the Clash of Kings tournament. We did two
Yeah.
of them. We did one in the spring and there was one in the summer.
Yep, and then nothing else showed up. And
Yeah,
it was
they
sad
kind of
because I would
Yeah,
love
'cause
to keep doing it, but
Yeah.
like
Well, I mean, I guess it's something we could work on, maybe behind the scenes, try to like get something going again.
I mean, I would love to do Clash of Kings. I just don't know, like, make it so that it's all content creators again and just get like 16 content creators, new or old, and just set it up. But again, I don't know how, like, with learning on how to do this, actually, I could probably be able to do what they did because now learning with the knowledge I've learned, I've been able to pick up on how to do all that because right now, as you guys notice on the live stream, each one of you are all in separate little webcams in your own little brackets.
yeah. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that. 'Cause I want to figure out how to do that.
I'll help you with that. I had to research it myself because I was like, how the hell does he do that? Like, but yeah, I'll help you with that.
Okay.
Did you hurt it?
I mean, you guys might see, and like, I'm hopefully on my birthday, my stream will be a lot more different. I'm switching over to, I'm getting away from Streamlabs actually. Sadly, I'm saying goodbye.
Really? What are you gonna do? Use OBS?
Yeah, OBS is so
OBS is so much
content.
easier.
Well, not even easier. It's just so much content-free modifications you can do. That's where I'm going to be putting in your onboard, which is going to be what I was telling you guys. I'm going to have like confetti cannons or something like that, like weird things to happen that by your channel points you could use, and you guys can make it so you guys have, my stream isn't just my stream anymore, it's our stream, you know?
Right.
I get that.
Because again, I might put in a feature for 1,000,000 channel points and you can end my stream. Be the first person to end my stream.
End his career.
Yeah, just end it. End it there. You pay it, you use it, it shuts it off. I want to put that there and make it so it's someone's life mission. Either gather enough points and use it or not.
That's cool.
Or you could rig up like a mechanized fist every time they redeem it and just smacks you in the face with it.
Oh no, I'm going to have a fit. Yeah, that's punch me in the face. I'm going to build that. There's a way you can do it is you redeem channel points and then a fist will actually punch me in the face.
That's
Sounds
dope.
funny.
Yeah,
And probably less long-term detrimental than my shot collar idea.
What?
I mean, I could probably set it up so someone could shock you and it would look like you're being shocked to
Jeez.
death.
Jeez. Yes.
I'm gonna
That could
also
actually be
get like
a
make
new
it.
age.
I'm gonna
That
make
could be
it
like
so.
new age. Oh, go. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I'm also going to add like a feature where it might make my webcam 8-bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm like, again, like I said, I'm never gonna be a Juan Mango, but I can be the best me, and I think I can, with my skills and wanting to learn more about making fun activities, I think that'd be the best way to keep people entertained for hours on end. Is just have random little gimmicks that unique.
Absolutely, dude. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what were you saying, Knight?
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Well, I was gonna go off on something else, but I think
Jeez, you
touch
go.
on what you said that peer learning can only take you so far. I think you have to find what makes you happy with your identity as a streamer more so than trying to imitate someone else to a full degree.
Yes, very true.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
Like I was
You can't
originally
work it
trying
out.
to do a similar Mango setup, and I was like, that's not me. I don't want a green screen. I don't want to walk around. I want to be able to sit down, relax with you guys. I have a long day after work coming into streaming, and I'm realizing I can't do that. I can't. Mentally, I'm too exhausted, like, at some points, and people see that. Aw, you go! You deserve hearts.
You're saying off or the last thing he said before that was light needs to be shocked.
It might be true.
What? Damn, okay.
Nah.
I think he's just
All right,
got a
guys.
vendetta for you, Light.
I think
It
so
seems
too. It feels like it. It really feels like it.
He is
Like-
gunning for you.
So, Anteiku, like, how are you going to add this coffee shop? Are you just gonna literally be green screening it in, or what, bud?
Well, I'm like you. I did the green screen for a while though, and it is very confining, unfortunately. So I'm a little hesitant. It's a fun idea, and I'm not really trying to rip off of Juan so much as I want to like kind of play off of the fact of like, okay, you go from the club, so now you get to come to the coffee shop and enjoy your hangover, and Anteiku's. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It would definitely require a green screen, and I'm like you though. I do enjoy this. I'm free. I'm not confined and trying to stay within a certain compound of my area of streaming. So I'm not sure. I've been looking at footage. I did find some coffee shop things that look kind of cool, but the problem is going to be also the consistency or the coherentness of it, because like there's the outside that looks pretty dope, but then there's so many different scenes for the inside that they don't all look the same, and it's like, how do you play off of that? How do you make it look
I
like
mean,
it's just
you could always pay an artist to make it a reality for you. I mean, it might be costly, but again, if you already have the tech at this point with any streaming, once you have the tech and the hardware up to a standard you like, time to upgrade to being more. Like, my next step right now is the features, but that's not costing me a dime at all, because now my processor's upgraded. I can do everything I need. Like,
That's why I typically try to find like virtual backgrounds. Like when I was doing some of my YouTube videos for Vanguard back in the day, like I had the virtual newsroom thing that I did that I really enjoyed because that was pretty cool. But it's like that was something I found off the internet. I was just like looking up virtual backgrounds, and I have seen a couple of things, but I don't know. It's something in the works. It's something in the works.
like I mean, yeah, that's a lot of things. Like trying to just be more the best you as you can be. Like, we all have different styles, and again, that's why we're also a collective good group, is that we're not trying to copy anybody. We're trying to be our own entity, and content creating's like that. You can never ever be like somebody else. Again, comparing yourself to someone else consistently is just going to ruin your day, and you can't be them. You can only be you. Like, that's, as Knight said, like, you can't.
No, like be yourself. Just do what you want to do, and like play like the games you want. Like play like always. I hear the thing that I hear about streaming, especially in general, is that you should play these games. It's like, well, if you're playing COD, that's because it's getting a lot of views. Well, those views aren't gonna go to you. You know, they're not gonna go to you. They're gonna go to
The guy on top.
like Symphony, or Dr. Disrespect, all those guys. Like they're gonna go to these guys who are bigger, more talented streamers.
Right.
And
I would maybe it's not even talented. I wouldn't always go with talented.
more appealing. I guess. Like
because
some of
there's
these guys
some,
are just more appealing, just in that.
there are some people I've seen in Hearthstone. Like when I was trying to do Hearthstone for a little bit, and I'm like, there's just people sitting in their bedroom, and there's nothing to it. Like they got thousands of views going on at one time, and I'm just like, this is insane. And there's no personality. There's no personality to it.
You're running into the bot territory. I'm sorry, that's bot territory.
Bot.
Yeah, you can actually create views very simply just having bots, and you can always check if they have bots by just literally checking on your phone and clicking the icon. It's a lot of generic-y, and usually like you'll see like if it's a bot, because you can definitely tell by the numerics in it. It's not really this cool, awesome name that people put into, but you will start catching it. So if you see it, it's 95% bot. Like, let's say, like, if you watching a game
bot.
group, all of a sudden this one guy has like 300 views, but someone else only has like, but the next big one is only like 13.
Yeah.
That channel isn't big enough for it, and the guy is running bots. Like,
I'm gonna keep that in mind. I didn't know.
Yeah, you that's the age of technology. Why do you think people were so hard to get consoles this year online?
Bots.
People were buying with bots. That was it. It was, you were fighting against automated systems that had millions of bots just running through and trying to buy.
That's crazy.
That's the crazy part. That's why everyone's struggling to get the next gen. I mean, I got lucky because I didn't want the big bad of this season.
Yeah.
I was waiting until all the chaos is over. I was just like, I'm not even trying to worry about it. Especially now that Godfall kind of tanked. Godfall is the one game I was looking forward to for the PS5, and now it's like, it's not living up to the hype that surrounded it. So
yeah, I haven't heard much about it that was positive.
I even watched some of the gameplay. I'm just like, kind of glad that I didn't. Kind of glad that I didn't.
Glad you didn't do it. You didn't put yourself through that.
No.
So let's bring in.
Did you put yourself through it? Did you get the next gen console? Did you get the next gen console?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably the only one sitting in this chat room that has a next gen console.
Yeah, I didn't.
I would have had a PS5, but Amazon decided to cancel my pre-order because they thought I was a bot.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I was angry. I was probably the most furious I've ever been, actually.
That's what we should get you on the side of your live stream. An anger meter. It goes up, and you just have to like use your phone or something, click a quick hotkey, it just goes up, and then it explodes when it hits the tie point.
Bro,
we can make him go Super Saiyan. We can give him like a Dragon Ball.
There we go. We got his gimmick. We got it. The Angry Knight.
The Angry Knight.
Oh my god, we got his username now.
Yeah.
Yes, we got him.
It's funny.
God, I hate Amazon. Jeff Bezos can suck it.
So,
is it Jeff Bezos' fault or is it your own fault for not buying anything beforehand? You just needed to buy. You could have bought like one thing, and then you would have been fine.
Everyone's a critic.
Just saying.
So
it's
here's
nothing but love for you.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Just because I came up with the idea of the Angry Knight.
Basically.
Just flashes like the old Hulk cartoons, freaking transformation sequence. Like,
yep.
Basically, right?
I'll show you how mad Vegeta was on Namek when they stole the Dragon Ball and he realized that they did.
So, Tis Scale says, Light, there's a dead girl behind you.
I saw that. That's my son, dude.
Oh,
Poor.
He's all tuckered out.
No, he's playing freaking, what was it called?
He's playing
What are you playing?
So,
What is he
guys,
playing? Mario Kart. He's playing Mario Kart.
I have a question. Like, is there any incentive? Like, this will be the 5th question I'm going to bring up. Is there any incentive for us to continue global, or should we switch over to JP at this rate? At least JP, you could at least enter a monthly, every 3-month tournament, and now you're playing at a different rate where you get better cards. You're not fighting for old cards. Like,
I think it's avoidant coping if you switch to JP instead of trying to just make it better and make it the best possible competitive atmosphere it can be. You're just running away from the problem instead of trying to solve the root of it, which is bad organizing, lack of marketing, and overall just
Bad.
not trying to cater to the market that is there. Because this could be, maybe not to the extent like Hearthstone is, but like it absolutely could break into the more mainstream competitiveness. But now that they've reduced the amount of RNG influence on the game to an acceptable level, because you have a guaranteed grade 1 in your hand. It might not be the one you want, but at least you're not going to get grade stuck anymore unless you willingly take that risk. But I think if you switch and just go over completely, I think you do yourself a disservice.
Yeah. I mean, I play in both areas. Like, I play JP when I feel like it, and it depends on the meta. Like, right now, I'm just saving up for stamina, and I'm going to hope to the living gods I get enough that...
Get something. You can,
Oh, I'm hoping that I'm hoping to hit at least 700 stamina by tomorrow, so that I don't have to waste as much. You know?
True.
I wanted to wrap this up, dude, because yeah,
Kids?
I need to go. Got some stuff I need to.
No problem. Let's wrap it up, guys. I think this was a great stream. I mean, podcast as well. I think this was a really fun one, and hopefully you guys all were entertained. Anybody have suggestions on who we should raid and stuff like that afterwards? Let me know in the chats. But Anteiku, go ahead and start us off with signing off, everybody.
Oh, you gotta. I gotta sign off.
You want to go?
How do I?
You're the one need to leave.
I do gotta leave, but I'll just say what I always say. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. But I hope everybody, stay strong, stay healthy, and happy gaming, folks.
Go ahead, Knight.
Happy gaming is an illusion, and everything is a lie.
Damn. Okay.
Man's half
but
cup
seriously,
full.
peeps. But take care, peeps. Stay safe in these uncertain times, and may your gacha pools be kind and your rank matches be less rage-inducing than mine are.
Rage-inducing. Alright. I hope you guys enjoy your day. My son says bye. Say bye. And just have fun, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your day, be safe, be smart, don't do stupid things. And yeah, see you guys.
Well, guys, remember to support your small content streamers and stuff like that, and or content creators. It's always a blast doing this, and I hopefully, just having so much fun being around people that you enjoy. I know the times are hard, and staying healthy is very important, and lives can just be so different. But I mean, it's not some big mystery, but again, hopefully you guys are safe. And this is Ride My Avatar signing off. Peace.